Well, hello, my beautiful people of TikTok. Bullhorn Betty coming to you from Florida about a new case. Lily and Jack Sullivan. This is out in Nova Scotia in Lansdowne Station in Canada. And these children disappeared on May 2nd, 2025 and have not been seen or heard from since. I see some people strolling on in. We've already covered this case a couple of times on my YouTube channel. If you guys have not been over there, it's Bullhorn Betty on YouTube. You can find me. And we have started compiling information about these two children that have not been seen. Now, Lily Sullivan is 6 years old. She has shoulder-length, light brown hair with bangs, possibly wearing a pink sweater, pink pants, and pink boots. We also learned she has a white backpack with strawberries on it as well. Jack Sullivan, he's 4 years old, blonde hair, and was last seen wearing blue dinosaur boots. And again, they disappeared around May 2nd. I had an opportunity to listen to some dispatch communications on Plunder, another well-known content creator on YouTube. And it is apparent, according to these dispatch communications between officers and headquarters, was pretty enlightening. They said on multiple occasions that the parents had last seen these two children in their bedroom at 8 a.m. in the morning. And so many people are scratching their heads wondering why it took until almost 10 o'clock before law enforcement was called. We're also learning right now that there are some allegations that there was a house party shortly before, a day or two before these children disappeared. And most notably in this whole grand scheme of things is the backyard. Let me get out of the way here for you folks. So this is the backyard, as you guys can see. And up here, you guys see the sliding glass doors. Now, why is this important? It's because these parents are saying, one, that they were sleeping and had not seen or heard their children until they realized they were missing. And they had to have come out this sliding glass door. And this sliding glass door doesn't make a sound. Now, based upon everything I'm kind of seeing here, I don't believe this sliding glass door is as nice and light and sound free as they would like to make it out to be. But this would have been the area that they believe that the two kids would have left the house through this noiseless door, which again, up for interpretation, speculation, and everything else, and came out here to this area. Now, one thing that you notice is this fencing. You have all of this fencing here, right here. So they're trying to imply that a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old climbed over all of this to get out of this area. And they did this in a matter of 20 minutes. Now, I have been looking at a lot of videos, compiling a lot of information, and one was a birthday party where Lily was screaming to the top of her lungs and her mom had to tell her to quiet down, which she did. You know, she was just an excited little girl. It was her brother's birthday and she was really screaming for him. But the point I think that can be had by that is the fact that she is screaming. So if she had gotten lost with her brother, she would have most likely dropped the backpack at some point. There's nothing seen. And I've told people on my YouTube channel, there's a lot of things about this particular case that is bothering me when it comes to the mom and the stepfather. Now, there's a caveat to this. This isn't really the stepfather. They've been together for about 3 years. They have a child together that's 16 months old. So for all intents and purposes, everybody has coined that Daniel is the stepfather. So we're just going to make things simple and easy for everybody. We're going to call him the stepfather as well. Now, Lily was at a birthday party and she was screaming to the top of her lungs. We know that they have the potential of being autistic, not in the grand scheme of things, very low level, probably a high functioning autistic child, if you will. This is Jack, two cuties. And I have to believe if they did have autism and had any type of sensory issues, they would have been screaming at some point. And we absolutely heard Lily scream, and it is earth-shattering scream, to say the least. And so that is what's really driving this conversation, because in the grand scheme of things, they didn't go to school on Thursday and they were reported missing on Friday. So what happened? The last time they were in school was on Tuesday. We're hearing a house party happened on Wednesday and they didn't show up to work, to school on Thursday. So many of us believe that they actually were injured or something happened to them either at the party, at this alleged party, or somewhere around that time frame. I saw the dad and got a feeling of dark evil. That stepdad looks hungover, or I get it. Miss Ashlyn, I agree with you. There's something about the stepfather that also doesn't sit very comfortable with me. There's their graduations, adorable kids, and nobody has seen them. What's most heartbreaking about this story right now is law enforcement believes these two beautiful babies here are no longer with us. They have publicly stated that they're scaling back the search efforts because they don't believe these two children could possibly be alive at this point. And we've also learned that there is a major fracture between the mom and the stepfather. She was kicked off the property with her and her family. He's been out searching and playing the part. I shouldn't say playing the part because it's kind of showing my bias in this story, but you guys know how I feel. Something isn't right. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. So I don't believe that there's things that just don't seem right here with this whole entire story. Now they're split apart. She's blocked him on social media. She's pointing the finger. Her family and her are saying he had something to do with it. But my situation is I believe both of them may have something, especially if we can prove that they disappeared much earlier than they said. There's no way that they could have not, both of them could not have known something was going on. And then you have the statement about the backyard, and we see this where the backyard is fully enclosed and gated, and it just makes us wonder what happened to Lily and Jack Sullivan. So I'm following this case. If you guys would like to follow it here, I just dropped a new video here on TikTok. And if you guys would like more in-depth coverage of this case, please come over to YouTube where I have dived in and will continue to dive into this case. Yesterday we ran the first story in conjunction with Janiyah McMichael as well as Sebastian Rogers, because I think the behavior of this mom and stepdad mimic a lot of the behaviors of the mom and stepdad in the Sebastian Rogers case as well. And right now the mother has left this area. And I heard not only did she leave with family and go stay with family, she's moved from them a second time from the reports I'm hearing. And again, this is like, why are moms leaving where their children were last seen? Okay? This does not feel warm and fuzzy for me. Something is majorly going on. I could care less whether the boyfriend kicked her off the property or not. If I was a mom and my children were missing, I would set up a tent in the front yard and stay there if I had to. But to keep hearing these moms, much like Sebastian Rogers' mom, take off out of the area and take off to a different state or community is highly, highly suspicious and doesn't sit right with many parents that have gone through this, that have, had their child missing and have found them or otherwise. This is not how normal parents react, and I don't want that to be a customary behavior when it comes to these cases that we're covering. So please keep Lily and Jack in your thoughts and your prayers. We don't know where they are or what they're doing. All we know is that something isn't right, and there's a lot of people searching for them right now. And as you heard, the search has been scaled back. It has been scaled back, folks. And law enforcement does believe that these two beautiful souls are no longer with us. So if you have any tips or leads, please reach out to your local law enforcement. I know they have tip lines available and everything like that. If you have something that you've already reported to law enforcement that you'd like me to look into or like me to know about, you can reach out to me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. We are covering the case of Lily and Jack Sullivan out of Nova Scotia, Canada. If you have any information, have any opinions, have any speculation, or have any information you'd like to share with me, please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. If you have confidential information, as you know from watching me for the many years, I never ever reveal any type of my sources or where my information comes from, so you can be confident that I will keep your information and your name confidential. I appreciate everybody's help on this. All hands on deck. Any information you can find. Do you know these people? Have you seen these people? I truly believe these children are within 25 miles of this very property. God bless each and every one of you. We will see you soon.